myself. And I was watching the Bob Dylan movie, Don't Look Back. And so you might think that maybe I'd be hearing some Bob Dylan music in my head for you guys. But nope, I'm hearing the Paul McCartney album Ram On. And I'm hearing all these different songs. They're just like playing in my head for like a stanza, and then the next one comes in, and then the next one. And the one that plays first is, what was the one? I can't sing it, but I can say it. When I walk, when I walk, when I walk my horse upon the ridge. And that's the first song I get. And actually, so what does that album mean? To me, I don't know if you even know what it is, but to me, that album means really good times. It was when Paul was married, early marriage to Linda. They probably had their first daughter, maybe 2 kids, babies. They were still babies, and but they were having a great time. Linda was his muse, and he was playing these albums, just about doing all the instruments himself, playing all the instruments himself, and they were just having a really good time. So what I'm going to say for you, Aquarius, is that have a good time. Have a good time with the one you love. Make sure you laugh a lot and giggle and do fun things, even if it's not a big deal. You know, just go to the beach or go for a little hike or take the dog somewhere or something, you know. Just have a good time. I think that's what you're meant to do right now. It's been a little stressful for us in the country of the United States of America, probably in many other countries too, because if you're dealing with the United States of America, I'm sure you're feeling the shit. So, good time to relax. It's beautiful springtime here in eastern Maryland. Us in the country of the United States of America. What else am I getting for you? Probably in many other countries too, because if you're dealing with the United States, life is good. We've been having a lot of solar flares, and they're very powerful. Solar flares, and by the time they get here, they affect us a lot. And it seems that there's a lot of upheaval in people's lives internally. Just not, you may be feeling a little foggy brained. Just feeling a little out of sorts, but not that people would notice it on the outside. It's how you feel on the inside. So don't worry about that. It's the solar flares. You're going to be okay. Mercury is also retrograde, so just be careful with your communication. So the water bearer, Aquarius is not a water sign. Aquarius, you are the water bearer, but you bear the water. You are not the water. You are an air sign. And air signs are up high in the sky, close to God, close to the heavens. So I have these cards here called Sacred Geometry Activations, and they talk about our frequencies. So I thought I'd use this tonight for you, Aquarius. Here we go. Here we go. By the way, I recommend that Bob Dylan movie. It's really good. Oh, you have dynamic. Oh, I have this little thing here. Look at this. And let me do the transition so that I can show you the card. Let me show you the card. Let's see. Yeah. Cool. Let's do that. There we go. Dynamic. Wow, isn't that something else? The frequency of dynamics supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. That's like the person who's not afraid of change or something new coming in. I'm one of those people. I don't mind that too much. So I really like that for you. I'm going to pull one more of those. Oh, crown chakra. The frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. And you know, I think that's what you're really good at. And both cards kind of talk about that a little bit. It helps us, dynamics says it helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements. And you're also able to transmute the negative into light. Great, that's excellent. Okay, enough of those cards. What are we going to do next? I think I have these other cards here. Yeah, I'll pull one of these. These cards are called the Talisman Oracle, and they're really pretty. A lot of people like them when I use them. So I figured I'd pull them out for you guys tonight. Okay. Oh, wisdom. Well, aren't you something else this month? This is for the month of April 2025, by the way, this reading. You are something else there. Well, I could have told you this. This is, you know, wisdom is not knowledge, right? You know that. Knowledge is one thing. Wisdom is something else altogether. Very esoteric and secret society kind of symbols, right? Kind of cool. Beautiful card. Wisdom. Yeah, it's all about your, it seems to be all about not just the head, but the head. So make sure your head is connecting to your heart. Maybe that's why that album Ram On is coming into my mind so much, because that's got a lot of loving energy in it, a lot of fun, loving energy. So remember to connect your head to your heart, because, you know, we can get lost there sometimes, especially air signs. So let's go with a reading, the tarot reading for Consciousness of Aquarius for April 2025. Let's see what the guides have for you, Aquarius. What do they have for Aquarius? Okay, here we go. Okay. We have the moon, first card out. Wow, the moon. That's a big moon, huh? He's tightly wrapped, right? Look, the moon is tightly wrapped. You know, wrapped around that ball of blue, whatever. Interesting that it's blue instead of yellow or white. All right, the moon. So that's reflective. It's feminine. It is inward looking. You know, our subconscious, the unconscious. It's calling you. Who's that knocking at my door? Did I say that when I first started this reading? Because now I'm hearing that. Who's that knocking at my door? So, who's knocking at your unconscious? Aquarius. What is knocking at your unconscious? I'm going to do this again. Okay, we got the moon. We're doing a Celtic cross. Crossed by the Strength card. Leo, this card of Leo. The moon is the card of Cancer. Strength card. This card of Leo. Because, you know, it's not easy to be a Leo. It's not easy being a Leo. They're in the bright lights all the time, you know. Strength. So the Strength card says you're going to find something in your unconscious there that, you know what, you have met it before. That I just got that. You have met, you're going to come up with something. Something is going to come up in your unconscious to your conscious mind. And it's something that you forgot that you already dealt with before. So it's like when it comes up, it's like just like, oh, it's not like a big deal. It's not like, oh, I didn't know that about myself. No, you knew it, you've known it, and you already worked it out. And it's like, oh yeah, remember when that used to get me really upset about myself? Well, you already worked it out, and that is your strength. That's your strength. You already worked that baby out. But I'm sure that there's more there. But why is it coming up? What is it about that thing that, like it was a trigger? Like a trigger, you know, sometimes things trigger us. Why am I triggered by that kind of thing, that situation or that person or that behavior of mine when someone points it out? So why is it coming up? Maybe you're seeing it, maybe you're seeing it in someone else lately. Someone else who you care about, or maybe you've just met and you like, you know, maybe a possible new friend or a coworker who you like, but you see that that's happened. Let's see what happens, because it must be important it came up. Here we have the World at the bottom of the reading. This card points to why the reading is taking place in the first place. So it's the World. The World, it means that you've completed a major cycle. So it sounds like this Moon and the Strength card, they're no little things in your life. They're not little things. They're major. They were major things that you worked through and completed. You completed the cycle. You worked through it. You did a really good job. And then we have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is the card of nostalgia, right? So it's been coming up in everybody's reading. Everybody's reading has gotten the Six of Cups. Yeah. So for you, I don't really feel like it's so much nostalgia, but that you know, you're going to see somebody, you know, because winter is over and we're getting out more, and I think you're just going to be seeing people that you haven't seen all winter, and it feels good to see them, and people are happy because the weather is changing. That's what I'm getting here. People are very generous in their spirit toward one another, and that's a good feeling, and you're remembering how good that feels. Like when you see someone, you're remembering, wow, every time I see that person, they make me feel so good. You know, it's good to see them again. That's in your recent past. All right, at the top of the reading, which points to the outcome, the possible outcome of the reading, we have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands, you have everything you need to do whatever it is you want, but you can do whatever you want, whatever. It's, you know, just so the two comes after the Ace, and the Ace is a gift from God saying, here you go, buddy. I'm giving you passion and time and space and the ideas and everything you need to go do something new, because you got the World card here. So what are you going to do? What are you thinking about? It's time to do something new. Time to do something new, because you know what? You've completed a cycle, and it's time for you to move on. You've finished that up, you know, and that will be something that you can use to help others through a process that may be similar. And oh, I like this. In the near future, we have the King of Cups. I like this for you because you know, King of Cups. So in tarot, the court cards are simply energies, not necessarily a person. It could be a woman who has a masculine energy in a certain way, that is in the way that they're dealing with you. So the King of Cups, I kind of like that, because you know, the King of Cups, I mean, some say, you know, that he tries to please everyone. He wants everyone to be happy, and how can that be? But, and so then they say he could be a little wishy-washy, you know, he could be wishy-washy because of that. He could be. But maybe he's not. Maybe he's grown mature. Maybe he's mature. And he has learned the lessons of the heart. You know, the cups is the suit of emotions. So maybe he is mature, emotionally mature, and understands, has the understanding that not everybody's going to be happy all the time with every decision that the king makes. But for the most part, I'm going to say that this is an energy that's coming to you in the near future. It could be your energy. Maybe you find yourself becoming more and more emotionally mature. And that's something to be proud of, right? Because not a lot of people do that, you know? Not a lot of people are emotionally mature. It takes work and effort growing up. It takes, you know, working through something like this, a hard thing in your unconscious that comes to your conscious mind. So, and you work through it, and then you gain this strength. It takes that is called emotional maturity. And so here we have it. So we'll see. Let's see who this is. See if it's you or if it's someone else. Beautiful. Wow. Wow. It's the sun. You're living on Easy Street right now, pal. You're on Easy Street right now, my dear. The sun. You know, you have the world, end of a cycle. You know, you've worked through something major life issue that has been holding you back, maybe for lifetimes, but you finally worked it out. You have, you're being given, you have friends around you. You know, it's springtime, you're out seeing people you're happy to see. You God, you know, the divine has said, here, I'm giving you this thing, go do something new. I'm handing you everything you need. And then you have the King of Cups in your near future. You know, the King of Cups could be a boss. King of Cups could be a boss. That's possible. That's something that I thought. And now you have the sun. The sun is innocence. It's coming through this cycle to the world, which is at the end of the tarot cycle. And the sun, the moon, it's the star, the moon, the sun, judgment, and then the world. So, you know, you're just right near the end of a major cycle in your life. And sometimes, you know, they overlap. You know, so we have the world here and the sun comes before the world, but that's okay. They overlap. But you have brightness. You have innocence. It's as though you're starting new, just like that two of Wands card. You're starting new. Oh my gosh! And this is crossed by your card, the Star. Wow, that's pretty exciting. So I wonder if you've been meditating and doing like a regular spiritual practice or some kind of practice that makes you get grounded and connected at the same time, because these the oracle cards are, and this reading is kind of pointing to that. Oh my gosh. And then you have 3 major arcana in a row. Temperance, the card of Sagittarius, and this is all about balance, and alchemy. So alchemy is knowing, is taking, a little dirt and a little spit from God and mixing it together. Where do you get that spit from God? You don't. The forces that be get it. But you can offer the earth to them and be part of, the co-creation. Wow, this is really... All right, what's the last one? Oh my God, the last card is Judgment. I'm sorry, but I can't make this up. I mean, I shuffled the cards and everything many times. Wow. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcana cards in your reading. I don't know if I've ever had that in a 10-card reading. So Judgment, here, look. It's the angel Gabriel calling you and saying, look, it's time. Don't get complacent. Oh no, this is not a time for complacency. You have something you're being called to do. You have something very important to do. So don't go sitting on the couch there. Oh no. Don't go hiding in the house. No, there's something you need to do. And look at all the beautiful energies we're giving you. The sun, the star, temperance, the world, the King of Cups, strength, the moon, the 2 of Wands. So don't go sitting on the couch there. Oh no, no, no. Don't go hiding in the house.
You know what? Here's what I gotta say, Aquarius. You better be having a good time,
Look at all the
because this
energies.
looks like a great time to me. This looks like
Star, temperance,
everything
the
you've been
world,
asking
King of
for. That's what it
Cups,
looks like to me.
strength.
It looks like everything you have been asking
Two of
for.
Wands.
It is a beautiful reading for April 2025.
You know what?
Thanks
Here's
for
what I
joining
gotta
me.
say,
I'll
Aquarius,
talk to you
better
soon.
be having a
Bye-bye.
good time. Because this